Hey everyone, today we're going to take a trip down memory lane and talk about my first ever cosplay. Now if you've been cosplaying for years, you probably know where this video is going. And if you're brand new to cosplay, hopefully you'll learn from my mistakes. Because trust me, there were many. My first cosplay was Shigo from Kim Possible at Comic-Con 2018. And while I loved it, there are a few things that I know now that I wish I would have known back then. But let's talk about my first cosplay. What went right, what went wrong, and the things we learned along the way. Like a lot of people getting into cosplay, I wanted to cosplay a character that I loved. I grew up watching Kim Possible, and Shigo's one of those characters who was just effortlessly cool. The attitude, the sarcasm, the iconic green and black suit, the fact that she could probably roast anyone in a room and look amazing while doing it. Honestly, she felt like a fun choice to be a first cosplay. Looking back, I think choosing a character that I loved really made a big difference. Before I started cosplaying, I had this image in my head. Put on a costume, walk into the convention, take some photos, and magically become Shigo. Simple, right? Wrong. So very wrong. Nobody told me how much planning goes into cosplay. Nobody tells me the little details that you have to think about. Nobody told me that conventions took a shocking amount of walking, especially in downtown Birmingham. And nobody told me that costume pieces have a secret ability of breaking at the worst possible moment. Thing number one, comfort matters more than you think. If I could go back and tell 2018 me one thing, other than that you're about to have a health scare that's going to ruin your life, it'd be that comfort is not optional. When planning your first cosplay, it's easy to focus on accuracy. You want the costume to look perfect. You want every detail to match. But if you can't wear it comfortably for a couple hours, you're going to be having a rough day. Conventions are basically endurance events disguised as fun. You're walking, standing, waiting in line, walking some more, and then somehow walking even more. If your shoes hurt, you'll notice. If your wig's uncomfortable, you'll notice. If your costume can't breathe, you'll definitely notice. Comfort doesn't make your cosplay less accurate. It makes it more wearable. Thing number two, always bring emergency supplies. Nobody warned me about cosplay emergency kits, and now I never go to a convention or a Ren fair without one. A seam will split, a prop will break, a wig will rebel against you, a piece of armor will suddenly decide it no longer wants to be attached to the rest of the costume. It happens. Bring stuff like safety pins, bobby pins, fashion tape, mini sewing kit, hot glue gun, pain relievers, and water. Future you will be incredibly thankful. Thing number three, people are nicer than you think. One thing I was worried about at my first convention was being judged. I was worried people thought my cosplay wasn't good enough. I was worried that I wouldn't fit in. I was worried that everybody else would be more experienced than me. And yes, people were more experienced, but they were incredibly supportive. One thing I love about the cosplay community is that people are willing to help each other. You need a bobby pin? Somebody has one. You need help repairing your costume? Somebody has done that exact repair before. You need encouragement because you're feeling nervous? Chances are there are cosplayers there that will encourage you because they felt the same way before. Thing number four, you don't need to be perfect. This is probably the biggest lesson. Your first cosplay doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, it probably won't be. And that's okay. When I look back at my Shigo cosplay, there are many things I would do differently. Skills I've learned, techniques I've improved, mistakes I'd avoid. But if I waited until I could have made the perfect Shigo cosplay, I would have never started. Every experienced cosplay has had a first cosplay. Every single one. And chances are, it didn't look perfect. Cosplay is a skill, and it takes time to improve a skill. Thing number five, take more photos. I wish I had taken more photos. Not because the cosplay looked perfect, but because it was so fun to see how far I've come. Your first cosplay is a milestone. Years later, you can look back and see your growth. Your crafting skills, your makeup skills, your photography skills, everything. The photos become part of the cosplay journey. Even the awkward ones. Especially the awkward ones. That Shigo cosplay taught me something important. That cosplay isn't about creating the perfect costume. It's about creativity. It's about learning new skills. It's about meeting people. It's about celebrating characters that you love. It's about having fun. That first cosplay led to more costumes. It led to more conventions, to more friends, to more stories, and honestly, I'm incredibly grateful that I started with it. If you're thinking about cosplaying for the first time, here's some of my advice. Choose a character that you love. Start with something manageable. Do not compare yourself to people who have been doing it for 10 years. Ask questions. Learn as you go. Take pictures. Drink water. Wear comfortable shoes. And most importantly, have fun. Because everyone starts somewhere. Even the cosplayers you look up to all started with the first cosplay. And that's the story of my first cosplay, Shigo at Comic-Con 2018. And everything I wish I knew stepping into the cosplay world. I'd love to hear about your first cosplay. Whom did you cosplay? What mistakes did you make? What advice do you have for brand new cosplayers? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who might be thinking about cosplaying for the first time. Alright, may your dice roll high, have a great day, and bye-bye! It's about creativity. It's about learning new skills. It's about being itchy sometimes like a little puppy. Maybe not that part.